Hi.
Pitch black outside, like always.
Yep, we're really bad at this car stuff, so we're gonna try to turn it over. We've got the intercooler mounted.
We're not trying to turn it over, we're priming the system.
Priming, yeah. We just disconnected the fuel pump relay.
Priming it.
So don't be mad at us. We're about to prime it.
I think everything's set up, except for the throttle cable, so.
Yeah, we're not too worried about it. The front wheels aren't on it, so.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Put it in slow-mo, right?
I'm really, I'm kind of scared, honestly. Never turned the key in this car before.
Sideways, right?
Yes, sideways. You savage. Uh-oh. Ground it out, I guess. Uh-oh. Might have blown some fuses or something. Uh-oh. Maybe take off the battery cable and put it back on? There you go. It's probably the starter has like a ground like thing that the bolt goes through. I probably just didn't put that ground on properly.
Okay.
I'll try it one more time. Yep, the starter's not grounded properly, I guess. Okay, so it was the starter ground. It was not good. You can see that bolt is down there. And so we had to take the intercooler off and then fucking put it back on again, which sucks. It's like the worst thing ever. So, let's try this again. You ready, dude? Okay. Attempt number 2. What?
Okay.
Attempt number 2. I wonder if the starter's bad. It's like it wants to turn over.
That very well could be bad. Hold the clutch.
I am holding the clutch. I wonder if it's anything to do with that relay. Well, no, it should still turn over, right?
Yeah.
See, the brutal thing about the starter is there's only one way to know, and that's to buy a new one.
Buy a new one. I mean, you can take it off and have them test it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the whole car doesn't go dark like it did, so it was obviously the ground the first time, but now what is it? Yeah, it's like, I think it's the starter.
Probably.
Unfortunately.
What size is the crank bolt?
18, 17, 18, I want to say. Yeah, so, what were you just saying? The starter you think is not, like, doesn't have enough juice to turn it? Or maybe it's just, like, broken? Yeah. Trying to see if we can hand turn it, but when I tightened down the crank pulley, the radiator wasn't in there, so this wasn't an issue. You're basically on the little plastic shroud.
Yeah, I see that. Let's cut it.
Fuck it. So I don't know how long that was, but it said turn it over for 5 seconds. I just kind of lost track of time
It wasn't 5 seconds.
with the excitement.
Alright. Let's turn it over now. 6 seconds.
Holy fucking shit, dude! It's like almost alive.
I don't know. Don't ask why.
So, I didn't film it, but all Steven did was kind of move the radiator hose out of the way, and it fucking...
Well, I cranked it.
Yeah.
Turned it
like
over.
and like move the radiator hose out of the way, and then turn the engine over by hand a couple times, and then it fucking turned over.
Alright, hook up that
Fuel relay.
yeah.
There's no gas in it. We gotta put some gas in this
Pour
bitch.
some gas in it.
It's seriously like below E, as low as it can go, and the car is tilted up a little bit.
Pour some gas in it.
Okay. Listen to it fill up. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, dude. It's like 11:30 at night and we're about to start this car and the fucking exhaust underneath it is not bolted together. And it's about to spew exhaust into your garage. It's gonna be really dope.
We'll close that so it doesn't set that alarm off. The relay up.
Hook the relay up. I'm kind of shaking right now, dude. Never had this cool ass feeling of like starting a car that we worked on. You ready?
Yeah.
There's the fuel pump. It's fucking alive, dude.
Oh, hey, turn it off, turn it off.
Uh-oh. What was that? Is that coolant?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Is that spraying out of like the return line maybe? On the turbo?
It looks like it, yeah.
Huh. I saw it like underneath the hood through the windshield as soon as you said turn it off. It turned on though.
It did? Yep.
It turned on. It came alive for a second. I heard it. There's really only two things that it could be, and it's that coolant feed and the coolant return. And it seems to me that it would be the coolant return because
I guess
the feed is right there.
Gross looking. That one's, I thought that was oil on top.
I'm talking about this one right here.
Oh.
So unless there's another hose down there that's not
Hooked up.
yeah, because that's some pretty fucking gross liquid. Like, look on that oil feed
know.
line right there, and that's like
I guess
Yuck
start it
water.
again and see what. I'll like watch.
okay. Maybe it's like I don't even know. Ready?
Coming out of this. Whatever that is. The oil feed? It's coming out of the bolt where the oil feed is.
Really?
Yeah.
That is not good. Well, I guess what I'll do is buy new oil because it looks like water is clearly in the oil somehow. I don't know how, but get some new oil, get some new crush washers, and just replace them on that feed because it's obviously leaking. But you know, one upshot is that it's good that we found that now instead of later on down the line realizing the oil had water in it. So I guess we'll be back at y'all soon. It's pretty exciting though. It's alive. We have one of the two cars running. So here soon, hopefully both of them will be. That's crazy. It's really, really awesome. I'm actually like really stoked.
Yeah, it started. It spewed oil everywhere, but it started.
Alrighty guys, so I went over to the shop today and talked to Matt. He told me to drain the oil, inspect it, kind of take a look at it, and as you can see, there is disgusting yellow liquid dripping out of the oil pan. That's basically the color of what was coming up last night when we started it, and I realized that one of the crush washers was not installed properly on the oil feed. So basically I'm going to fix that. That's no problem. That's easy. Matt said basically what I have to do now is fill it up with oil, run it for about 5 minutes assuming it doesn't leak, and then flush the oil again and fill it back up. But you can see all the splatter of whatever that was. There's still kind of some puddles down there, so I'm gonna get this fixed up, sorted out, and hopefully we'll be able to rock and roll today. We'll see. Okay, so it's filled up with oil now. I got the crush washer over here on the turbo feed fixed. Had to go to the store to buy a 19 mil ratcheting wrench because otherwise it wasn't gonna work. And I just gotta hook the battery up and we'll try to start it. See what happens. Need to go unplug the fuel pump relay and prime it again. And that relay is extremely hard to get to. All the way up under there. No spillage yet. I mean, we just primed it, of course. The car didn't actually start really. But let's go ahead and try it. All right, here goes nothing. Is it spewing? Nope, sure isn't. Alrighty, so I just put that 5-gallon gasoline tank into the car, or the gasoline jug into the car. Bolted up the exhaust underneath, which I'm pretty sure is what that clattering, clanking sound was earlier when we tried to start it. So, there's only one thing left to do. Huh, the fuel gauge didn't move at all. I wonder if the fuel gauge is broken or not installed or something. Oh well, we gotta run it for 5 minutes and then flush that oil. Got some smoke coming out the back. Man, I just gotta check the fluid levels, top off the coolant, and change the oil again, and man, it's alive. I can't believe it. So, I just drained the oil to go ahead and put the second batch of fresh oil in there, and that's the color that came out. So, kind of been reviewing and checking all these lines, and it doesn't seem to me that there's anything mixed up. So the only thing that I can think is, since we bought that turbo secondhand, that maybe a seal is blown and the oil and coolant are mixing in the turbo. So it's a humongous bummer, but it's a good thing we didn't continue driving it, because that does not have the consistency of oil or obviously the color of it anymore. So we are not going to be able to continue. At this present time, I guess maybe we have to get that turbo fixed or whatever we need to do. I'm not too sure. I'm waiting to hear back from the shop, but since the last time I saw you guys, which was yesterday, I went ahead and just rechecked all the coolant lines and oil lines just to make sure that nothing is mixed up. Also went ahead and just kind of visually inspected the coolant hose leading to the turbo there and some of these, and basically they're all bone dry, which leads me to believe that the issue isn't to do with the turbo, because if this line right here is completely dry and the coolant feed line on the turbo itself, it would make sense in my mind that the seal in the turbo isn't even being touched quite yet. Alrighty, so as you can tell, this car is back at Emerald Coast Motorsports. Since it's mixing the coolant and oil, we figured before something disastrous happens, we might as well
Right here.
Yeah, give it to the professionals. So hopefully we'll have something coming on this in the next couple weeks. As you can tell, their lot is pretty full, as it always is, but we're just in queue basically. So we'll keep you guys posted. Later this week, today is Monday, on Friday we're scheduled to bring the Sonata here as well. So both cars should be making some good progress. But it's outside of our control, so don't yell at us for not posting a video for the next couple weeks. Yep. If that's what it comes down to.
We can add it up in the
Yep. Alrighty, we'll see you guys. Until next time.